Welp, here we go again. It's always usually a tradition for me to go back and do these, but we are back with another Dave Pilkey collection video. As you guys may know, I always do these videos like every single year. And yeah, at this point, it has gotten really big. Like, they always go viral because they're Dave Pilkey collection videos. So this is the Dave Pilkey collection 2025 update. And boy, let me tell you, this is going to be a very interesting year, to say the least. As there's actually a bunch of because there's actually some very interesting new additions. Like, not only do we have Big Jim Believes added to the collection, but we also have both of the movies on DVD. Yeah, we're also going to be including the movies as well because, I mean, they're both because they're both Pilkey related. Because they're both based on Pilkey property. Like, I have both the Captain Underpants movie and the Dogman movie. So, yeah. Let's take a look at each section. So, the first layer contains the first 2 books, but in black and white. The second layer contains the first 10 books in full color. The third pile contains the last 2 Captain Underpants books, the Book of Funds, the Wedgie Power, and the TV show books. Let's see, the fourth pile contains the first 8 Dogman books. I think that's like the first 8. Wait, let me count again. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the fourth layer contains the first 7 Dogman books. And the fifth layer contains the rest of Dogman, including Big Jim Believes. And the third and the... Why do I keep mispronouncing count? I mean, it's been a long time. And the sixth layer contains all the Cat Kid books. Hashtag make Cat Kid 6. And let's see, the 7th layer contains the movies. And the 8th and final layer contains the spin-offs. So, yeah, this is going to be a really long video because there's just so much stuff. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing. There we go. Alright, now the collection is finished. So, let's get started, shall we? This is my Dave Pilkey book collection 2025 update. And wow, my shelf looks very dusty and very empty when I took everything out. So yeah, this is going to be quite a long video. So now without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So first up, we're going to move on. First up, you know where we're starting. If you already know, it's The Adventures of Captain Underpants, the black and white edition. The original version. This is not the original version. This is a reprint because the original version said an epic novel by Dave Pilkey. This is a reprint version that says the first epic novel. This book's a classic. This book is always a great one. It's nostalgic. It's funny. It's very charming, and I love how it takes it I love how they take it way too far in terms of humor. It's insane. Like, this book is crazy as hell, and yeah. And next up we have The Attack of the Talking Toilets, which is the sequel. And yep, it's also a great book. Pretty underrated. Turbo Toilet 2000 is one of the best villains in the series. We got the boy holding the plunger, and we got the 2 kids running away from those yum eating up toilets. So yeah, that's the first layer. It just contains the first 2 Captain Underpants books in black and white. Alright, now it's time to get to the real juicy part, and that is the second layer, which contains the first 10 Captain Underpants books, and in full color. So first up we have The Adventures of Captain Underpants. It's the exact same version as this one. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I know it says 25th and a half, but I like to call it 25th anniversary. And I mainly only bought this because it comes with a Dogman comic. That's partially why I bought this, but I still love it nonetheless. It's a great thing to have in this collection. It's the same as the original, but it's entirely redone in full color. I know they've already did a recolored version of this a while ago, back in almost about a decade ago, but yeah, I don't actually own it yet until now. And here's the bonus Dogman comic, Dogman and the League of Misfits. Yeah, apparently Dogman is more popular than Captain Underpants. They had to treat my boy dirty like that. I also love how Dave Pilkey acknowledges that Super Diaper Baby exists, because of how easily forgettable that book is. But Dave actually made a full color version of Super Diaper Baby a few months ago, which I'm not gonna buy because I already have the original version. All right, next up we have The Attack of the Talking Toilets in full color. I've already explained my thoughts on this book, so I'm not gonna say too much. But this copy is in horrible condition. Like, it's in horrendous condition. So you gotta thank my brother for this. So yeah. Next up, we have Captain Underpants and the Invasion of the Incredibly Naughty Cafeteria Ladies from Outer Space and the Subsequent Assault of the Equally Evil Lunchroom Zombie Nerds. Yes, I said the whole title without mispronouncing it. This one is decent, I guess. I mean, it's definitely fun. I mean, the lunch ladies are okay villains. When aliens attack in full color. Yeah, not really much to say about this one. Alright, next up we have you guys already know, this is my favorite Captain Underpants book. The Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants. You guys already know that this is my favorite book in this series. It's crazy, it's wild, it's legendary, it's epic, and Professor Poopy Pants is our goat. Or Tippy Tinkle Trousers, but whatever. Like, this book is just absolute cinema. And one of my favorite parts of this book is at the very end, which we have this Poopy Pants Nemo Chart 2000 thingy, where you get to change your name. I done this before last year, and my name ended up becoming Stinky Gizzard Buns. So, yeah, I have no words to say about that. Alright, next up we have The Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman. This one is okay at best. I mean, it's not as good as Professor Poopy Pants, but it's still a fun addition. I didn't really like how they made George and Harold bald at the end. Alright, next up we have Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of Bionic Burger Boy Part 1, The Night of the Nasty Nostril Nuggets, and Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Burger Boy Part 2, The Revenge of the Ridiculous Robo Boogers. Let's take a look at Part 1 first. So, Part 1 is pretty good, I guess. I mean, I haven't read it in a while, but I don't really remember much. And the only thing I do remember the most about this is about Melvin turning into a booger thingy. Yeah. As for Part 2, Part 2 isn't as good as Part 1, but it's still fine as for what it is. Especially that hamster dude. Yeah. Alright, next one. This one is in second place for being the best Captain Underpants book. This is The Preposterous Plight of the Purple Potty People. This was an insane book. Holy crap. Like, this would have gotten number 1 if Professor Poopy Pants didn't exist. Like, there's like the freaking pterodactyl, there's Captain Blunderpants, there's that freaking evil crazy as hell hamster. Yeah, that hamster is now a villain now. This is insane. Like, and George and Harold's grandpa is now superheroes. Like, this is literally one of the craziest books I've ever read. Like, absolute favorite. Like, I highly recommend this. It's crazy as hell. Alright, next up we have Captain Underpants and the Terrifying Return of Tippy Tinkle Trousers, which, if you guys want to technically call this a sequel to Professor Poopy Pants, then I guess you can, but it's the 9th book in the series, so I don't really count that as a sequel to Professor Poopy Pants. Now, this one is this is one of the more weaker books in the series. And this book is really long too. Like, it's about over almost 300 pages long. It's a lot longer than your average Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I mean, it does come with a Dogman comic, so that's cool, I guess. They spelled adventures wrong. Of course they did. Now, the main storyline of this book ends at page 72. Like, page 72, like, throughout pages 1 through 72, it's literally the main plot of the book. But then after page 72, it was all dragged down by this backstory of George and Harold, which was pretty cool, but it just basically took away the plot. It just took away the plot. Like, the main story ends at page 72, and throughout the remainder of this book, it's just a freaking backstory. Very disappointing, but whatever. But I do like this ending though, with Tippy in the destroyed city. That scene actually has to be epic. That actually was probably one of the more colder shots of this. Yeah, it's probably one of the more colder shots. Alright, and last but not least, from the second pile, we have The Revolting Revenge of the Radioactive Robo-Boxers. Another Tippy book. Now, this book is about George and Harold time traveling to, like, the Croods days, where they try to rhyme things with Grug. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, it's about George and Harold becoming evil zombies, and, you know, there's time travel and stuff like that. And they also, let's see here in this plot. Yeah, they don't really mention much, but yeah, so it isn't as good. It isn't as good as the others, but this one, at least this is better than Tippy Tingle Trousers, because the actual plot of the book is actually there and not dragged down by some backstory. So yeah, now it's time to move on to the third pile, which thank God the third pile is pretty short. So. And the third pile is just the last remaining pieces of the Captain Underpants collection. Well, besides the movie, but we'll get to that later. So, next up we have... Oh, I misplaced them both. This came out first. So next up we have the Tritanical Retaliation of the Turbo Toilet 2000, which is the grand return of our GOAT, the Turbo Toilet 2000. Now, I actually do remember one scene of this book that I actually remember dying like crazy for. It's this scene right here with all of the staff stripping. Why the hell did I like this scene back then? Yeah, looking back, I get PTSD, because what the hell is that? Yeah, what was that? Yeah, this was definitely a weird book, but at least Turbo Toilet 2000's in it, so at least that's good, but the rest was weird as hell. Alright. And next up we have Captain Underpants and the Sensational Saga of Sir Stinks-a-Lot, which is, as you may know, this is the very last book, which came out 10 years ago? It's been 10 years since the last Captain Underpants adventure? How the hell has it been 10 years? It's been 10 years since this came out. Holy crap, I feel so old. Now, they did end the series on a great note. Like, it had a really good ending, where they can finally be in peace and all the bad guys are gone. Captain Underpants is back to normal. George and Harold can finally be in peace with their clones. So, yeah. Have you read your Underpants today? Well, I haven't read Captain Underpants in a while, because, I mean, I only have these for collector's purposes. So, yeah. And that's all of the 12 Captain Underpants books. So now it's time to move on to the bonus stuff. So here's the Captain Underpants Extra Crunchy Book of Fun. I remember buying this on Amazon a long time ago. I'm surprised I still have it. And I also still have all the stickers, which most of them haven't been taken out yet, and only some of them were. But I might probably take them out soon. Who knows? All right. And next up we have Book of Fun 2. Now I'll give you guys a fun fact. They actually a few years ago, Dave Pilkey actually did a combo pack of both Book of Fun and Book of Fun 2 in just one whole book. I know it was called like the Book of Fun collection thingy, whatever, but I'm not gonna buy it because I already have both of the books separate. So yeah, and unfortunately, I bought this off eBay, so as you can guess, all the stickers were taken out. So yeah. And next up we have the Wedgie Power guidebook from that Captain Underpants TV show on Netflix. Yeah, I remember this show. This was a pretty decent show in my opinion. Season 1 was peak, and Season 2 was fine, I guess. I mean, it was just about Melvin taking over the school and stuff. And Season 3 was pretty bad. But Season 4, which was the space thing, which was called The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants in Space, I have only watched the first episode of Space, and I haven't watched the rest of it, but I will watch the rest of it if I ever have time to, because, you know, I barely have time to do anything because of, you know, school and Adrian Movies Inc. Yeah, I barely have time to do stuff anymore at this. I don't really have time to do stuff anymore at this point. But it does come with this cool looking poster at the end, so that's nice. Now, I heard that this book technically takes place after the movie, Which, I mean, it does. I mean, it says DreamWorks on it, and DreamWorks made the Captain Underpants movie, so technically this kind of takes place after the movie, so at least that's interesting. And this one only came with like a few comics, like free comics. But as for this one, George and Harold's Super Duper Comics Collection, it contains basically almost every single comic from every single episode. The George and Harold Super Duper Comics Collection. I remember getting this as a gift. It literally contains everything. Like, everything. Like, almost everything. Oh, I remember this guy. Avocado. Yeah, if you remember Avocado from the Adrian Show, this inspired Avocado. This dude, he inspired Avocado. Inspired Avocado. Yeah, that shows how great this series was. Well, season 1 was great, but the rest was just mid. Alright, now it's time to get to the part that you guys probably mostly came here for, and that is the Dogman stuff. Because Dogman is more popular than Captain Underpants. They treated him dirty. Why? But first up, here's this Dogman plushie that you've probably seen in videos before. Mostly in Toy Zone. Yeah, I remember this plushie. I got it like a few years ago, and it's still in amazing condition, which is actually surprising. So yeah. Alright. Let's get to all the books, shall we? Alright, so first up we have Dogman, which was the one that started it all. This one was pretty good. I'll have to admit that. This was a pretty great book. I like it. Alright, Dogman Unleashed was better. I mean, we've got Flat Petey. Now, you guys probably remember a video that I made a while ago called The Dogman Iceberg, which basically takes a look at the lore of Dogman and all the crazy stuff that is surrounding the franchise, including like the R34 thing at the end. Thank God I censored them, because YouTube would say hell no if I did uncensor them. If I ever uncensored them, then YouTube would say hell no. So, yeah. Anyways, I forgot to give you my thoughts on Unleashed. Now, Unleashed was another good book. That's all I can really say. I haven't read it in a while, so that's all I can really say. Alright, next up we have A Tale of Two Kitties, which is the debut of Little Petey. That guy. This one is also a good one. Dang, Dogman books used to be so good back then. Now they're just pretty bad. What happened? Alright, and next up we have the best one from this entire series. This is my favorite Dogman book. This is Dogman and Cat Kid, which I actually mostly like. And this book actually predicted the future. Like, they knew that a Dogman movie was coming. And I can prove it to you all. The Dogman. Yeah, this book predicted the Dogman movie. A Dogman movie is real now, so you have to thank this book for making it canon. So yeah, this one is also a great book. S tier. I mean, it's my favorite book in this series, so can't say too much. And next up we have Lord of the Fleas, right here. This one is not as good as the previous four, but this one is fine, I guess. I mean, Little P is just trying to give some advice to Petey on being a good guy, so that's nice. Next up, we have Brawl of the Wild, which I do remember. This is the one where Dogman goes to prison. Yeah, this is the one where Dogman goes to freaking prison. Dang, I never thought I'd see the day where this would go dark. Dang, that Walmart sticker is pretty old. I mean, I got this a long time ago, so yeah, it makes sense that how old this thing could be. And next up we have For Whom the Ball Rolls, which is the one with Grandpa, Petey's dad. Yeah, that one. And I know, Grandpa is probably one of my least favorite characters in this series. Like, he's such a horrible character. Like, he treated Petey like ass. Like, what the hell happened? I mean, so that explains why Petey had such a tragic past. Dang. It's one of those times where I actually feel sorry for a villain. Alright, now it's time to move on to the rest of the Dogman collection. So let's go. Alright, next up we have Dogman Fetch 22. And, hey, isn't that supposed to be Melvin? Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Melvin. Well, not the thing from Captain Underpants. I'm talking about the frog, this frog dude. from Khaki Comic Club, who is also one of the worst Dogman characters as well. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, yeah, this book was kind of to be honest. Like there was a lot of things I didn't like. Like the Fair Fairy was such a horrible villain. I hate the Fair Fairy. I mean, she's an obvious ripoff of Professor Poopy Pants. Cause look at her design. She looks almost like Professor Poopy Pants. And also Melvin, and it also has that Melvin Tapple from Khaki Comic Club. This book kind of sucked. The Final Betrayal. Oh jeez. Yeah. Alright, next up we have Grime and Punishment, which this series did manage to make a small comeback. Now, I remember this one was about Dogman getting replaced by Catman, which, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the Dogman musical. That was honestly a pretty underrated musical, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, Grime and Punishment, this one was pretty good. And next up we have Mothering Heights, which they could have ended it right. This could have been the end of Dogman. Like they could have just went like bam, all done. Like they could have at least just ended it off right here. But no. We're getting more books because we can have nice things. Mothering Heights was like probably the perfect conclusion. Like they could have ended it off right here. Like seriously, look at this. When the world seems dark and full of despair, hope is not lost, love can win. KD picture. Now, Mothering Heights was a really great book, I will admit. It had a great ending. They could have ended it off right there, but we're getting more books because we can't have nice things. So, yeah, this one was also pretty good. This one was great. Alright, and then this is where things started to take a downfall. We have 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea, which came out 2 years after Mothering Heights. They waited 2 years to drop another one because all the fans thought like it was all done. Like it was all done like right there. But then they announced this. God help us all. Yeah, 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea. This book was so mid. Like this is probably one of the most mediocre books I've ever read in my entire life. I wasted so much time on this. So, yeah. I also know that this is Katie's least favorite book in the series, which I do understand why. It's not that memorable. Alright, and next up we have The Scarlet Cheddar, which, fun fact, this is the Target exclusive version, which comes with a cool poster, which I will show you. Now, this plays a pretty big part in the AFM community because of one scene, and that is the Poochie Smoochy scene. Ah, yes. Who could not forget the good old Poochie Smoochy scene? Yeah, reminds me of a certain purple profile YouTuber. So yeah, the Scarlet Cheddar was average. I mean, it's pretty much on the same level as Fetch 22, but at least the cover art looks sick. The cover art looks like sick. It's so sick. Holy crap! And look at that. Look at this, right? We got another fake out and we got another fake emotional ending. Yeah, we love fake emotional end. There's always usually a fake emotional ending. And right here, this is supposed to be the poster. Right here. That's supposed to be the poster. Alright, next up we have this dog turd, Big Jim Begins, which in my opinion takes the award for the worst Dogman book of all time. I do not like this book at all. There are some good things about it, but the rest is just bad. Like, really bad. Like Big Jim took all the spotlight away from Dogman, which I do kind of understand because it has the word Big Jim in the title. But it could have at least just give Dogman some more time to shine. And oh my god, I cannot forget about those awful... Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Dang, I can't find them. Oh my god, let's go. They're not in it. Let's go. I know they are. They are here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, I remember. This is the only scene where Nurse Lady was appeared in. Just this one scene, and then... Bam, she's gone. Oh my god, we're getting close. Oh yeah, that's the one. Those damn space cuties. I absolutely hate them. Yeah, the space cuties. They're like the worst characters in the whole series. And I might have plans on canceling that top 10 worst Dogman characters video. And the space cuties would have gone at number 1. So that's all I can really say. So yeah, this book is bad. I do not recommend it. There are some things I like Big Jim's backstory was very well told, but other than that, it was just ugh. All right. And next up, we have the latest addition to the series. We have Big Jim Believes right here. This came out about a few weeks ago, and I haven't started reading it yet, but I heard that I heard it's fetch 22 levels of good. Hopefully this could be the comeback we deserve. Hopefully this could be finally the Dogman book that I finally get to see good, cuz I haven't read a single good Dogman book in a really long time. So, hopefully this book can be the comeback I need. Oh god, oh no, oh my god, they changed the design, oh my god, he's way too fat, I don't like it, oh my god, look at Big Jim's they actually redesigned Big Jim, and they did terrible on him. Like his skin, his chin is like way too, they made him way much fatter. And right here we have the Canceller Chibi. God, I remember those publicity stunts. They're probably one of the worst things of all time. Now I haven't even started reading it yet, but I can probably start so it kicks off immediately after Big Jim Believes, and Sarah Haloff is still chibi. Well, that's not a good sign. That means the space cuties could be there. Oh no, 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 not the space cuties, no. No, I think they're in this. And we got Chibi Grandpa. What the heck? Yeah. I am pretty mixed about starting this, so hopefully this can be good, but we'll see. Alright, and next up and last but not least for the Dogman collection, well technically the mainline series, we have the Dogman Guide to Creating Comics in 3D, which is easily one of the most forgettable books of all time. This book is literally forgotten by everybody. Like, only a few people remember this. And there's a Captain Underpants version too, but I might get it soon. Who knows? Yeah, I already explained. I already explained what this book is about in my Dogman Iceberg video. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. So yeah, but you have been warned. It's a pretty crazy iceberg. All right. So now that we're done with Captain Underpants and Dogman, now it's time to move on to the Cat Kid content. So I'm gonna rush this through because I don't want to run out of. I mean, I have like a crap ton of storage on this 4K S25, but still. So Cat Kid Comic Club. This one was pretty decent, I guess. That's all I can really say right now. Cat Kid Comic Club's Perspectives. Oh God, it's these two. Ugh. Yeah, this one was slightly better, but it was just another decent installment. All right. On Purpose, this one was kinda eh. Yeah, the Cat Kid books are probably the worst franchise in Dave Pilkey history. Like, most of the books just turn out to be just okay or average. Alright, and collaborations, this is the Target exclusive version, which it comes with some trading cards, which I'm gonna show you right now. These are the trading cards, as you can see. Alright, and last but not least, for the Cat Kid content, we have Influencers, this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive version. And it comes with a colorful pull-out poster. Cool, let me actually check. Yeah, this is the pull-out poster. You can actually color this if you actually want to color it, which I'm probably not. I'm gonna probably keep it in there. But the big complaint is that I don't like how it's just sticking out. Alright, so I haven't actually finished Influencers yet. I'm only down to like the last 25 pages, but so far it's pretty eh. So far it's a pretty eh book, to be honest. So yeah, that's all the Cat Kid Comic Club books. So we're finally almost done. Finally. We just have the movies and the spin-offs, and then we'll finally be done. Until 2026. Yeah. Oh yeah, and do you want to know what's the best part about Big Jim Believes? Guess what it has? Another fake out ending. Yay! Well, guess what? Dave recently confirmed that there's going to be another book coming out next year in 2026. God help us all. Yeah, just please, no more Dogman. I'm already fed up with this series. Like, they keep coming back. It's like, it's literally the ice age of books. Like, they just keep coming out one after another, and they just keep getting worse and worse. Like, after Wuthering Heights, the series just went downhill. Alright, so now it's time to move on to the movies. So, this will be fun. So, here's the Captain Underpants movie, which is probably one of the greatest films of all time. I love this freaking movie. Like, it's not Mario movie levels of good. I mean, you have to admit, I recently rewatched the Mario movie on my Blu-ray, and I came out thinking it was just pretty good. But it isn't Mario movie levels of peak, but it's still peak nonetheless. This movie is so freaking underrated. Like, Jesus Christ, I've seen this like 1,000 times. I haven't watched it on this DVD yet, but I may soon. But I remember watching this movie like a ton. Like, this movie's just way too... I basically literally know like most of the script. Like, this movie's just way too good. I've seen it like 1,000 times. And here's the blue disc. Like, yeah, I love this freaking movie. Although I haven't seen it in a really long time, so I may rewatch it soon to see if I can actually have time to. Just let me put it back in the... Oh, God. So, yeah, that's Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. And last but not least, for the DVDs, we have the Dogman movie. Oh, yes, I talked about this movie a lot on my channel. This is definitely a movie. Yeah. Wait, I forgot to show you something. I forgot to include this to the collection, but here's another piece of the Dave Pilkey collection that I own. And this is actually a art book on the Dogman movie. I can't believe I forgot I had this. So yeah, you probably have seen a book overview of this, and that thing got like a shoot ton of views. It got like 50,000 views or something. That video went super viral. Like, I just legit showed every single page. And that's accurate. Pretty accurate. I don't think that was in the final cut. Accurate. Yeah, it's literally the whole movie this is literally the whole movie in book form. Just this one page is literally the whole ass movie. That's actually crazy. So yeah, I remember this. So, I mean, Dave Pilkey worked on it, so that technically counts as a Dave Pilkey book. So yeah, that was the art of DreamWorks' Dogman. Now it's time for me to talk about the actual movie itself. Now, I did see this in theaters. I mean, I haven't seen the Captain Underpants movie in theaters because I didn't know much about Captain Underpants back then. But then I watched the film on Netflix and I immediately realized what this could be about. So, that was before I realized that this was based on a book series. And then, voila, I now collect Captain Underpants and Dogman content. So you have this movie to thank for me for starting this collection. All right, now back to the Dogman movie. I did see this in theaters on opening night. Like, I saw it early on the 30th. And I actually do have some mixed feelings about this. This was good. This was a good movie. Like, it's not great. It's not Captain Underpants level, but it's probably around Fetch 22 level. Now, this movie is pretty good. I mean, they did get some things right. Like the animation is incredible. Like, the story is faithful. The animation's incredible. The characters are faithful. Everything's pretty faithful. However, the pacing is bad. Like, really bad. Like, the pacing is terrible. Like, the movie just felt way too rushed. And they just keep going, like, one scene after another for, like, 5.5 seconds. Like, it's just way too fast. And they also had a bad guy short that played before it, which the bad guy short was literally better than the actual movie, which was a 9 out of 10. This movie's an 8. Yeah, the bad guy short was actually better than the actual film itself, which is actually a first-timer. So yeah, this is definitely one of those interesting movies. And I forgot to mention that this book barely has barely any of the side characters have time to shine. There's not enough Nurse Lady, there's not enough Big Jim, there's not enough Grandpa. Like Grandpa barely got any screen time, despite him being a pretty much a part of the story. Like he just disappeared he just disappeared. So yeah, and here's the blue disc. So yeah, that was my thoughts on the Dogman movie. I've only seen this film twice, by the way. Like, the first time I seen this was in theaters, obviously. And the second time I seen this was on my DVD, which, when I rewatched it on DVD, I had the same exact reaction as like how I did in the theater. So, yeah. Alright, that's enough for the books. That's enough for the DVDs. Now it's time to get over to the spin-offs. We're almost like 40 minutes in, so I'm going to rush this through before my phone gets fried. So here's the Adventures of Super Diaper Baby. So yeah, they did make this in full color. This one was a pretty good book, in my opinion. Alright, next up we have The Adventures of Ook and Cluck, Kung Fu Caveman from the Future. This book got banned, like, in basically every single library you can find. Like, barely any library has this book. It was banned everywhere. And I think it was banned because people said it was racist, which I actually do understand. There's like a crap ton of racism in this book. Like, I actually do understand why they actually banned this. So yeah, this was a pretty mid book. And yeah. And last but not least, to finally finish this really long, almost an hour video, finally, we have Super Diaper Baby 2, The Invasion of the Potty Snatchers, which was better than the first one, by the way. It's the debut of Petey from Dogman. And it also has this this monster dude, this blobby dude. Yeah. Boom! We're finally done! Yes! We're finally done with this video. And that is it. That is my entire Dave Pilkey Collection 2025 update. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. If the comments are actually ever turned on, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys real soon next year in 2026 for another installment. That is if I actually retire. Like, I'll probably come out of retirement to do this video, but whatever. Alright. Bye.